everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review. And today we're going to be doing an incredibly quick comic load video for the week. I've had an incredibly busy week with a lot of things going on, so I haven't been able to pull out this video on a timely manner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick video just doing a review of everything here, give you guys my Andrewcutter picks of the weeks, and then all your comments and questions from the previous video that I usually do answer, I'm just going to do in the next video. So the next video is probably going to be a little bit longer, okay? I do want to let you guys know that I did have purchased a lot of things video game wise recently. Most importantly is I was able to get a hold of Xenoblade Chronicles, which has been incredibly rare, like the Holy Grail. It's like the Mew of Zelda of Wii video games, but I was able to get that. I'm really happy. So like I said, all your comments and questions and answers and stuff will be dealt with in the next video. Just going to do quick speed round, give you guys my feelings on each comic and kind of go from there. So we'll start where we always start, with a little bit of Batman in our life. We're going to do Nightwing issue number 20. On a whole, this issue I'm going to give a 5 out of 5. Prankster I was a very hesitant individual with. I didn't really care for the character when he first appeared, but now I kind of like him. He's kind of a techno-savvy kind of villain for Nightwing, and it's a nice kind of an update for I believe it was Silver Age character? I believe he was a Silver Age villain. And in addition to that, I really think the art, which was originally same artist that was on Teen Titans, the art in this suits Nightwing very nicely, 5 out of 5. Red Hood and the Outlaws, I'm going to give it 4 out of 5, mostly because I don't really care for the whole Jason losing his memories storyline. However, it's being handled fairly well. Nice character interactions, and the only other thing that I could say that I didn't like about this was just, again, the art. I don't care for it that much, but on a whole, the writing's good, the character interactions are nice, and overall, it's handled well. It's just I don't care for the story. Batgirl issue number 20 brings in the new ventriloquist. Now, this isn't the new 52 ventriloquist. This is just another one, seeing that I think the ventriloquist, or Scarface, already made his new 52 appearance in Dark Knight. This is basically Barbara dealing with the fact that she thought she killed her brother, which she did not. And she goes to counseling, apparently. Who knew? She doesn't drink coffee. I think that's a lie. But, I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 5. I thought the villain was actually kind of fun, and I did like some of the psychoanalysis of her dealing with her problems, but it feels like Barbara just going in and, asking someone else for help to vent just doesn't seem like Barbara. Batwoman issue number 20. Big stuff happened this issue. I don't want to reveal too much. Basically, Batwoman finds her twin sister, and she is given an offer she cannot refuse by the DEO. On a whole, 5 out of 5. This issue was fantastic. Batwoman is a great series. If you're not picking it up, why? Catwoman issue number 20. Catwoman deals with a demon. Yeah, I don't get it. Nor should you. The art isn't bad. The dialogue isn't bad. It just doesn't feel like Catwoman. When you think Catwoman, you think of her going up against a demon. You think of her going up against other criminals or something like that. On a whole, I'll give this a 2 out of 5 just because the story is boring and it makes no sense and I just don't care. Birds of Prey, issue number 20, however, I do care about. And let me just say, there we go. That was a little blurry, wasn't it? I do care about this because this issue was awesome. Basically, we deal with more of Starling betraying the Birds of Prey and her working Mr. Freeze. Great drama, great tension, great action, great everything. 5 out of 5. Pick it up. Supergirl issue number 20. So Power Girl and Supergirl are working together to take on Sanctuary, who is very much like the robot computer from Portal. On a whole, this issue was very good. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. I like the interactions between Kara and Kara. Get it, Kara and Kara. The art was good. I like Power Girl's new 52 costume. On a whole, I thought everything was paced well. No real complaints. Down to the last 4 comics of the week. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero. Jade is in big trouble when Major Blood starts working with a third world country. Lady Jade, yes. I thought I was saying someone else. Third world country, and shit hits the fan when they don't get the orders to take out the bad guys. What happens when the GI Joes take the law in their own hands? You're gonna have to see. On a whole, I give this a 3 out of 5. Fun story, felt a little short. Really want to see some of the major characters again. I mean, Lady Jade is kind of major, and Jinx is kind of major. Not really, actually. I just want to see Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes up and about again. Amethyst issue number 8, the final issue for Amethyst. Basically, it's Amethyst versus Eclipso. And it's a damn shame that this comic is ending. It was a fun story, a fun atmosphere, and a fun little world, little slice of the DC universe that I don't feel as though they really put as much effort into promoting and doing. Uh, Amethyst, I will give a 4 out of 5. I felt as though the issue was very rushed, but I give a lot of forgiveness because they are cramming up a huge story and finishing off this comic in one issue. So I do give a lot of sympathy for that. And there's no backup in this. It is straight Amethyst doing what Amethyst is doing. Vibe issue number 4, I will give a 4 out of 5 stars. Vibe basically deals with Gypsy in this. We get a great explanation for Gypsy and her powers in the New 52. And Batman appears, but he doesn't. And I think that's the reason why I knocked this down to a 4 instead of 5, because what a freaking cop-out this is. Let me give you a hint. How Batman appears is not what you think. And me, this was the first comic I read this week because I wanted to see Batman and Vibe kind of go at each other, but it didn't happen. At least not what you think it might have happened. On a whole, though, I am enjoying Vibe as a comic. Sterling Gates is doing a good job with the comic itself. A lot of character development for not only Vibe, but some of his supporting cast in this. And just on a whole, it was a fun issue. And finally, ending it off is Wonder Woman issue number 20. Very much like one of the previous issues I was talking about, Batwoman. Why are we not buying Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman is fantastic. Basically, it's her versus the moon. And when I mean the moon, I mean Artemis, the goddess of the hunt. Uh, Shit's hitting the fan because the firstborn is going after the most recent born of Zeus, and Wonder Woman is caught in between. Some great action, great art, great suspense, great comic. Finally, going to end things off with giving you my Andrewcutter picks of the weeks, and obviously we could do the 3 comics I enjoyed the most this week, and it's kind of a woman's week, for lack of a better term, because all the comics that get into my Andrewcutter picks of the week this week are female characters or female-based comics. Coming in at third place is Birds of Prey. Just, it's something that's been done multiple times beforehand, but with this comic is being handled so well. Betrayal, action, adventure, everything. Really good issue. I think I enjoyed this version of the Birds of Prey a lot more than I've enjoyed Gal Simone's or almost anyone's. I think Chuck Dixon is the only one I think that's done Birds of Prey as well as this. So, kudos to them. Coming in at number 2 would be Batwoman. I cannot wait till next issue because Batwoman's going up against her greatest challenge yet. This comic has really found its own place. There's been some wackiness, there's been some weird stuff here and there, but I think the comic is at a perfect point where everything it's like its own little sub universe in the Batman universe without actually being part of the Batman universe. A really great comic and such touching moments in it. And finally, my number 1 pick is Wonder Woman. As I said beforehand, I don't see why people aren't buying more of this comic. The storytelling has been fantastic. That's all I have for comics this week. I just got Avengers issue number 1 through 10, and I'm going to read those, and then I'm going to start reviewing Avengers along with my rest of my stuff. There has been some big comic book news, like James Robinson leaving Earth 2 in DC Comics, which has saddened me because James Robinson is one of my favorite writers of all time, I would dare say, and really is a genuinely good guy. Uh, I will talk more about that in a what I am thinking and who I think should take over Earth 2. Again, sorry I didn't really do a full review of everything, and I'm sorry that I'm not going to get to questions and answers this week. Like I said, let's been busy with looking for a place to live, wedding stuff, work, and yeah, a lot of other things. So with that said, oh, and I saw Star Trek yesterday. Was it yesterday? It was. I had to look at the misses because I'm running on 4 hours of sleep because of Xenoblades. Star Trek was freaking awesome. It was really good. A lot of people will be like, "Well, it's not Star Trek." I understand. You have to go into this movie with a completely different feeling. It is basically Wrath of Khan remake. Some roles were reversed, but it really was good, and I enjoy this cast. Next Generation is still my favorite cast of Star Trek characters, but this one is quickly growing up there. I don't think it'll ever beat Next Generations because Next Generation has Patrick Stewart, Jean-Luc Picard, the man himself. Uh, but this cast really has great synergy. They work well together. I really do like them, and I think it's a move that anyone can enjoy. I think Star Trek fans will particularly enjoy because of all the references. There's only one thing I didn't like, or that I thought was a little silly, and that someone does scream "Khan" in this. You know, the Khan. But besides that, it was a freaking awesome movie. If I had to rate it, I would say it's a 4 out of 5 easily, maybe a little bit more. Um, oh, and I'm also going to be starting to reviewing Warlords of Mars because I don't know if I talked about this. I've been picking up the comics. I watched the movie beforehand with my friend, John Carter movie, and I liked it. And I was going to read the books, but he told me that the books are kind of the old school. This is original campy sci-fi travels to a different planet stuff. It was made in what the early 1900s, late 1800s. So I've been picking up the comics. I've been so enjoying the comics. They are so good. I got up to issue number 9. So once I caught up on that, I'm gonna review that, and maybe I might pick up the Warlords of Mars, Deja Thoris, and the Warriors of Mars. But we'll see. So a lot of stuff happening. Again, next video I will take all your comments and questions from the previous video and this video. So it might be a little longer video, but hey, I am sorry. And yeah, those are my video reviews for the week. I wanted to get them out before the week actually ended. Although the week did technically end yesterday, but you know what I mean. I don't want to go into the next comic week without actually doing this video. Sorry for the blurriness earlier. I guess my camera was a little off. So anyways, I'm going to end this review here. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.